Hi everyone. So today we are discussing in chapter 1 part 4. So part 3 already we are discussing Coulomb's law and permittivity of medium and relative permittivity. So this is part 4 video. So in this part 4 video, so we are discussing today force between multiple charges, or that concept only we are giving one more name, principle of superposition of the charge. Okay, what is the principle of superposition of the charge? So means here I am taking one single point charge. In that single point charge near distance I am taking n number of point charge. At n number of point charges, individual forces applying on what we are taking, that q1 point charge. Okay, so in this q1 point charge applying on force to q2 point charge, and q1 point charge applying on force from q3 as well as up to q4, q5 and up to so on qn also. Okay, so according to the principle of superposition, so q2 charge is applying on q1 force. Okay, now individually we have to take, that is not affecting on other charges. Okay, so according to this concept, only for suppose in this n number of systems I am taking only 2 point charges, because of Coulomb charge is applying on only 2 point charges only. So q1 q2 point charge I am taking. This q1 q2 point charge electrostatic force is not affecting on another charges. Okay, that is the principle of superposition. So that all I am writing here. According to the principle of superposition, forces on any charge, okay, due to number of other charges is the vector sum of all the forces on that charge due to the other charges taken one at a time. Okay, here vector notations we have to take because of electrostatic force having particular direction, and I am taking here position vector also. Okay, so vector notations we can take here. So this vector notation is not affecting on another charges. Okay, so according to the principle of superposition, so how we can calculate net charge? So net charge we can calculate on q1 point charge. Here I am calculating on net charge. In this q1 point charge, so how many forces are applying? N number of charged particles are applying on forces. So q1 point charge force here, total force let us consider F1. That F1 force is equal to, okay, F1 force is equal to, so first I am taking here q2 point charge. So q2 point charge is applying on q1 point charge force. Okay, so q2 point charge is applying on q1 point charge force. How much amma? F12. Same like q3 and q2, in between force is electrostatic force is F13. Same up to n point charges, q1 and qn applied force is F1n. Okay, so this all forces F1 is equal to F12 plus F13 plus F1n. Okay, so we get net force on q12. So F1 is equal to F1 plus force is a vector quantity, that's why vector rotation. So F12 and F13 plus up to so on plus F1n. Okay, so let us consider here. So point charges are q2, q3 up to so on qn, and so distance between the 2 point charges here q2 to q1 is a position vector r bar 21, and q3 to q1 is r31, and q1 to q1 is rn1. Okay, so r21, r31, rn1 are the position vectors. Okay, so right here, so force between q1 and q2, force between q1 and q2, F12 value how much? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. First charge and second charge value no, q1 and q2 by r2 1 square. Okay, r2 1 square, you can multiply here unit vector also, there is no change value. Okay, and next charge F13 is equal to F13 is equal to, right here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is equal to F13. 13 means q1 and q3. q1 q3 charges are developing the F13 force. so q1 q3 by r31 square. Distance r31 only, now this distance r31 square. Okay, so like that up to n number of point charges, up to n number of point charges. F1n is equal to, okay, F1n is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 qn by r n1 square. Okay, r n1 distance, that's why r n1 square. Okay, so these all values are substituting in this principle of superposition formula. Okay, this is only main principle of superposition formula. Okay, so substitute here, we get f1 is equal to, so dear students, observe here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Numerator q1 q1 q1, so this q1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, every term is the common. Okay, this term only change, no, so you can write like, can I write like this here, so this one q1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into here q2, so q2 by r21 square plus here q3, so q3 by r31 square, so plus up to so on, up to so on, up to so on, up to so on, plus this one qn by r n1 square. Okay, so this is only remaining term, so we can write like this one f1i is equal, so write this one q1 by 4 pi epsilon naught summation. Okay, so q1 is common number starting from the 2, no, so write like this, I is equal to 2 to n, I is equal to 2 to n, so qi by r, so 1 is common everywhere up to n point charges, 1 is common, so write like this ri1 square, ri1 square. So now this is the principle of superposition formula. Okay, this is the very important in all board exams including CBSE. Okay, so this is very important question. Okay, so please take screenshot this one. Okay, next concept. So next concept is electric field lines. So electric field lines. Okay, so in Coulomb's law case, and just now we are discussing principle of superposition case. So here one point charge, here one more point charge, so this is q1 point charge, this is q2 point charge. So when q2 is applying on q1 side force, q1 is applying on q2 side force. Actually we are not applying any force. Okay, so but here force is developing. How it is developed? Because of in between some space, in this space some amount of field is created. Okay, some amount of field is created, so that field name is the electric field. Because of this two are the charged particles, no, charged particles are producing in charged field, the charged field name is the electric field. Okay, so that only we are discussing electric field lines. So actually these field lines we are seeing, so we cannot see. Okay, these field lines are we cannot see, that's why electric field lines are imaginary lines. Electric field lines are imaginary lines, these are the imaginary lines. Okay, so for suppose here I am taking one positive charge. In this positive charge, positive point charge, this one. Okay, in this point charge, positive point charge always attracting to the so near charges. So means here electric field line. Okay, now electric field lines are passing through the outwards. Okay, this is the positive charge electric field lines. Okay, so let us consider so negative point charge attracting. Okay, now so negative point charge is attracting this one outwards. So diverging, positive charge field lines are diverging lines, negative charge field lines are converging lines. So like this field lines are creating. Okay, so this is the negative point charge field lines direction. Okay, in many times in CBSE exams they are asking many twisty questions. Okay, one positive charge and negative charge is there now. So one positive charge and one negative charge like this having very near. So both are separated by a distance r. In that case we can draw the field lines. How we can draw the field lines? So again always field lines are passing from positive charge to ending at negative charge. So for suppose here positive charge and negative charge not there. So always electric field lines are generating from the positive charge only, not negative charge. Ending at negative charge or infinity distance. Ending at negative charge or infinity distance. So electric field lines are generating from the positive charge. So here near charge is there. So that's why field lines are creating here. So here straight line. So here like this field lines are creating. Okay, so like this field lines are creating. So but here there is no charge this side. So this side field lines are like this creating. Okay, this side field lines are so like this creating. So why I am drawing like this means here. So here inside negative charge means inside. Okay, so where you need the field, okay, where you need the field line direction, there you can draw the normal. Okay, this is the normal. That normal gives the electric field direction. This normal is gives the electric field direction. Electric field lines are, okay na, open loops. Electric field lines are open loops, not closed loops. Okay, that electric field lines direction is giving the tangent line. Okay, so the tangent line gives the electric field direction. Okay, so that we can discuss later. Now this is the positive charge and negative charge electric field line direction. So sometimes so in CBSE many times they are asked this type of questions. So here having one charge, so here having one negative charge, negative point charge. So this side they are placing, okay, one positive metallic plate, positive charged plate, okay, square plate. This is square plate like this having. So in this case how we can draw the electric field lines diagram? So means what, negative charge is attracting, no, positive charge is radially outwards. So where you are drawing here you can draw means here 90 degrees tangent. So here field lines are 90 degrees, again 90 degrees, here 90 degrees. So here also again 90 degrees, here 90 degrees. So positive charge means outwards, diverging lines. Okay now, so negative charge inwards, positive charge outwards, negative side inwards. Okay, so here field lines are generating like this. Here field lines are generating like this. Okay, so this is very important. So sometimes they are giving two metal plates. One metal plate is positive and one metal plate is negative. One metal plate is positive and one metal plate is negative. So in this case we can draw the electric field lines diagram. How we can draw electric field line diagram? So everywhere we are drawing the tangent line only. So positive charge is outwards, negative charge is inwards. See here 90 degrees, here 90 degrees, here 90 degrees, here also 90 degrees. Same. So where you need the electric field direction, there you can draw the simple tangent line. So the tangent is giving the electric field direction. Okay, these are the electric field lines. Electric field lines are imaginary lines and electric field lines are generating from the positive charge ending at negative charge. Okay, so already we are discussing some properties. Again we are discussing two more properties. Okay, what are that properties means? Electric field direction is giving the tangent line, and electric field lines, two electric field lines are never crossing. Okay, electric field lines are never crossing to each other. That is one more point. Okay, so these are the electric field lines, and properties also we are discussing here. So what are the properties? So electric field lines are the positive charge and maybe negative charge. Okay, so electric point charge case radially outwards, negative charge case inwards. So electric field lines are generating from the positive charge, ending at negative charge or infinity distance. Okay na? And so positive charge and negative charge means electric field direction is giving the tangent line. Electric field direction is gives the tangent line. So these are the properties of the electric field lines. Okay, so this one also take screenshot. Okay, next one. So now field lines we are discussing, and next one is the electric field. And next one is electric field. So how we can define electric field? Okay, electric field. So electric field is denoted by E. Okay, electric field is defined as force per electrostatic force per unit charge. Electrostatic force per unit charge. Okay, so this is the definition of the electric field. So electric field E bar is equal to force, electrostatic force per unit charge. Electric field is a vector quantity because of magnitude and direction both having. Okay, that electric field, that's why electric field is a vector quantity. So it is a vector quantity. So it is a vector quantity. Electric field SI units, force units Newton, charge units coulombs, Newton per coulomb. Okay, so here SI units Newton per coulomb, electric field SI units, force per unit charge, no? Okay, so this is the electric field. Electric field is defined as electrostatic force per unit charge. So formula is force F by Q, and that is a vector quantity, and SI unit is Newton per coulomb. Thank you students watching my video. Please subscribe and share your friends. Thank you.